Hello, this is Bob Ranquist, Boca Rio Golf Course Superintendent, with an update on the golf course renovation work at Boca Rio. We will start again this week by giving you a video tour of some of the first few holes that have been planted with Bermuda grass. The 12th and 13th holes were planted with latitude 36 Bermuda grass 5½ weeks ago. As you can see, the turf is covering about 80 to 85% of the fairway and rough areas. We are mowing the new grass on these two holes 3 times a week now and gradually lowering the mowing height every week. The fairways and roughs on the 11th hole and half of the areas on the 14th hole were planted 4½ weeks ago and are beginning to rapidly fill in now. The 7th hole and the other half of the areas on number 14 were planted 3½ weeks ago. We began mowing these areas this week. The 8th hole was planted 2 weeks ago, and the latitude 36 Bermuda grass sprigs began to quickly green up this week. Holes number 16, 17, and portions of number 15 were sprigged this week. We were very pleased this week to complete planting the last set of greens at holes number 1, 2, 3, 9, 18, and the new practice putting green. We also sodded the collars around these greens with Tiff Grand sod. The second set of greens on holes number 4, 5, 6, 15, 16, and 17 that were planted 2½ weeks ago were mowed for the first time this past week, and more new growth is appearing along the sprig rows every day. The first set of greens that were planted 8 weeks ago are almost completely covered now with turf. We started sand top dressing that set of greens this week to begin the process of turning new grass into a quality putting surface. Latitude 36 sod was planted on green slopes around greens and green side bunkers at holes number 1, 2, and 3 this week. Latitude sod was also planted around fairway bunkers at holes number 5 and 15 and along a few canal and lake banks. The only green slopes that remain to be sodded are around the 9th and 18th greens. Sodding around these two green complexes will be done next week, and our focus will then turn to planting T-slopes and T-tops in fairway and rough areas. We are still hopeful and believe that all areas on the golf course will get planted with Bermuda grass by the 1st of September. New drainage systems and the gravel layer for the better Billy Bunker liners were installed this week in the very large bunker complex between the 9th and 18 greens and in fairway bunkers on holes 1, 9, and 18. The gravel layer in these bunkers will be sprayed with the binding polymer next week, and installation of the new liners in all the golf course's bunkers should be complete by the end of next week. Installation of the new irrigation system was completed on hole number 18 and most of number 10 this week. Irrigation system installation will hopefully wrap up late next week as work is completed on the practice range and the 9th hole. The new system is functioning extremely well and is providing excellent, uniform irrigation coverage on the holes that have been planted with grass so far. As you can see, with the progress we have made on the golf course renovation, our work is steadily transforming from a construction phase to a grass planting and grow-in phase. We are very happy to be in this transition time of our project.